Students learning exponents. I will show you one way so it just makes sense. When it comes upon a test, yeah, don't be afraid. Listen to my rhymes and move these safe. The rules, be cool, don't be a fool. You just gotta listen to your teachers in school. It's time now to have some fun. If you raise it to a zero, then the answer is one. Raise it to a one when the problem is a done. When you use a two, will tell you what to do. Do you multiply the number by itself? You know, you just square a number if you feel my flow. You say, excuse me, what if it's a 3 or 4? I need 5, 6, 7, maybe something more. You just take the base, then look up high. The number is the time you need to multiply. Oh, yes I did, yes I did. Somebody please tell me who the heck I is. I am this girl that hit the math up. That will work out for Chuck.
Hey, we got that bass multiplying away. Show them how to ride it another way. You can use that
Hey there, 8th graders. Today's topic is exponents. Yeah. All right. So, I don't know if you noticed a little bit of stuff right here. Exponents, that says 2 to the second power, which is 2 times 2. So we're just going to go a little bit more into this topic of exponents, all right? So get your pencil out, get your paper, pencil, paper, that's probably all you need. And we're going to just take some notes, all right? Good. So the title of today's video tutorial is what are exponents? So let's just write that down. Every time you see a little star, let's also write this down. 2 is your base number, 4 is the power. 4 is the power. So what really are exponents? Let's see here. What do I got behind door number 1? Okay. So read that. It says how many times you multiply the base number to 1. So what does that mean? Okay, so that says 2 to the 4th power. That means you're going to take 1, the number 1, and multiply it to 2, the base number. How many times? 4 times. So 2 to the 4th power means you're multiplying to 1, 2. But how many times are you doing that? 4 times. And 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, it's not 8. I think it's 16. Yeah. That's 4, that's 8, 16. So 2 to the 4th power is really 16. Does that make sense? So when you look at something like this, So what would 2 to the 0, well let's before we go there, let's talk about, so 2 to the 3rd power just means you're taking 1 and you're multiplying to 2 3 times. 2 to the 2nd power, 1, multiplying to 1 2 times. 2 to the 1st power, well that's just 2. 2 to the 1st power is just 2. Interesting. What do you think 2 to the 0 power would be? What's 2 to the 0 power? Did you say 1? Yeah, it is 1. It's just 1. Anything to the 0 power is just 1. 4 to the 0 power, 1. 5 to the 0 power, 1. 6 to the 0 power, 1. So anything to the 0 power. 2 to the 1st power is just the number. 3 to the 1st power, 3. 4 to the 1st power, 4. 5 to the 1st power, 5. Okay, does that make sense? So write that down, write that information down, and then we're going to move on. If you have to, press pause. So, writing exponents from word phrases. So a lot of you guys can do most of these, I think, but 2 to the 3rd power, how would you write that? In a standard, you just say 2 to the 3rd power. Yeah. 3 to the 4th power? Yeah. But these two, I wonder if you guys, I'm sure you are familiar, but 5 squared really means what? Write it down. Did you say 5 to the 2nd power? Sure. And then 4 cubed really means 4 to what power? Cubed really means 4 to the 3rd power. 5 squared. Why do they say 5 squared or 5 to the 2nd power? Because a square has a length and the width that they're exact same. It's the exact same length, or the dimensions are the exact same. So if this is 6 and this is 6, that's a square. So you're using the same length by width. 5 times 5. And a cube, whenever you look at a cube kind of looks like this, something like this. A cube not only has the length and the width, and the height, they are all the same. To be a cube, you have to have the exact same length, the exact same width, the exact same height. That's why when you say 4 to the third power, you're saying 4 times 4 times 4, or you're saying 4 cubed, because length by width by height is all the same. So if you ever hear 4 to the cube, or 4 cubed, that just means 4 to the third power. If you hear 3 to the squared, that just means 3 to the second power. So we just discussed this. What are exponents? It just means how many times you're taking the base number and multiplying to 1 by how many number of times. So 2 to the third power means means you're taking 1 and you're multiplying it to 2 3 times. Okay, which is 8. So solve these. Go ahead and solve these. What is 3 to the third power equal? What is 6 to the first power equal? What is 4 to the 0 power equal? Ooh, and what is this equal? 2 cubed plus 3 cubed. So press pause, work these out. I'm going to move on. Tomorrow during class, we'll go over those, see if you got those correctly. Okay, remember when we do video tutorials, we're not grading as far as did you do them right. We're grading as far as did you try. Got it? Okay. And that's really it for today's lesson. Wow, I know, that was kind of fast, wasn't it? That lesson was maybe 6 minutes long. So hey, something I do want to talk to you about. At the end of every video tutorial, you will probably give a problem of the day. And I want you to solve that on a separate sheet of paper. And the reason why is because you're going to turn it in. You're going to turn it in to me. And I'm going to collect 10 of your problem of the days. And you will receive a grade from those 10. Now, the problem of the days are generally harder than normal, so the grading scale is a lot more lenient, So out of those 10, this is the grading scale. So each time we do a problem of the day, you'll turn them in to me. You'll get, you'll get 1 right, or you get +1 or nothing. And then after 10, if you have 6 out of 10 right, well, you have a 90, okay? So anyway, but you got to do it on a separate sheet because you got to turn it in, okay? Do it on a separate sheet, not on your notes, because you want to keep your notes. Why? For quizzes. Okay. So here's the problem today. It says, express this number below as a power of 3. As a power of 3. You get that? Try it. All right, we're gonna, that's it. Oh, that's it. Oh, let me just show you one more thing from this video. This girl here. So, look what she says. 2 to the second power is 2. Then, I don't know if you caught that, she said, you just squared a number if you feel my flow. All right, so all of these are squares. 9 squared, 6 squared, 1 square, okay?
Excuse me, when it's 3 or 4, I mean 5, 6, 7, maybe something more. You just take the base, then look up high. The number is the time you need to...
Yeah, and she's leaving out the 1 part. But she's saying you just take the base, you look up high, that's the number of times you multiply. She's being very rhyming or so. But you really are taking 1 and you're timesing it to that number that many times, okay? And that is why 2 to the 0 power is 1. And 4 to the 0 power is 1, okay? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Good luck on that problem of the day. I'll go back to it again. You guys can look at this right here. Here it was. Express this number as a power of 3. Think about that. All right, great day. Bye-bye, guys. I got to press pause here.